Hello everyone, welcome to Bhadra Academy. Today in our discussion we are going to take a current affair topic related to national income. तो ये न्यूज़ में जो एक इम्पोर्टेंट न्यूज़ हम बोल सकते हैं, गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म्ड अ पैनल टू चेंज व्हाट डू वी कॉल बेस ईयर ऑफ नेशनल इनकम. सो दिस वाज द न्यूज़. क्योंकि क्या होता है जब हम नेशनल इनकम एस्टिमेट करते हैं, that time we use the concept of what we call base year. ये बेस ईयर का प्राइस यूज करके हम नेशनल इनकम या जीडीपी को एस्टिमेट करते हैं. तो अभी न्यूज़ क्या है, गवर्नमेंट इज अपॉइंटिंग अ न्यू मेंबर पैनल so that they will suggest a base year for our national income calculation. So that news is all about the new panel appointed for the new base year selection. So normally when we talk about GDP या national income, GDP is what? It is the money value of all the final goods and services जो हम हमारे देश में प्रोडक्शन करते हैं, उसको नॉर्मली हम क्या बोलते हैं, हमारा देश का नेशनल इनकम या जीडीपी. अभी सवाल ये है, ये जीडीपी को जब हम एस्टिमेट करते हैं, नॉर्मली हाउ डू वी कैलकुलेट द नेशनल इनकम. सो जनरली वी से दैट नेशनल इनकम या जीडीपी इज इक्वल टू हमने जो भी प्रोडक्शन किया है, दैट इज द प्रोडक्ट. इस प्रोडक्ट को हम क्या करते हैं, प्राइस से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. सो व्हाट हैपन, यू गेट व्हाट वी कॉल द मनी वैल्यू. ये जो मनी वैल्यू है, दिस मनी वैल्यू इज जनरली इज व्हाट वी कॉल आवर नेशनल इनकम, या इसका दूसरा नाम भी हम क्या बोलते हैं, जीडीपी. सो व्हाट इज जीडीपी? इट इज द प्रोडक्ट. हमने जो भी प्रोडक्शन किया है, दैट प्रोडक्ट हैज टू बी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय सम प्राइस, मतलब प्राइस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. नाउ इन नेशनल इनकम एस्टिमेट, ओके, वी हैव टू प्राइसेस where we can use for estimating GDP. One is what we call current price. मतलब if you want to estimate GDP of this year, we will take this year का price. That is what we call GDP estimated at current price. Second जो estimate है, इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, constant price. So now what is constant price? This is also what we call, that is our topic for discussion, base year price. Okay, so constant price या base year price is a standard price which we decide, with which you multiply the product of the production of that year. For example, if the base year या constant year currently which is used is 2011-12, and suppose I want to find out the GDP of say 2023-24. So what will I do? I will take the product of 2023-24, but I will multiply by the price of 2011 and 12. That gives you the GDP, normally what we estimate, real GDP. Now what is the news? So if you look at the news once again, the government appoints a panel to finalize what we call new base year. मतलब what? The panel is going to suggest a new base year, or what we call panel is going to suggest a new constant price का year, right? So that is the news. Exam point of view, this is important. So if you look at it, the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation notified an advisory panel to revise the what we call the base year. Okay, तो ये जो panel है, this panel consists of how many members? This panel consists of 26 members. So this is the 26 member panel which will suggest what we call a new base year for calculating GDP. तो एग्जाम में ये भी सवाल आ सकता है, इस पैनल का चेयरमैन कौन है, हेड कौन है. सो वी हैव अ प्रोफेसर विश्वनाथ गोलदार इज द चेयरमैन ऑफ दिस पैनल. is a former professor at the Indian Institute, what we call the Institute of Economic Growth. Okay, So he has been appointed as the chairman of this committee. Clear? So now when we talk about national income, also very important, GDP का हम लोग जो base year choose करेंगे, it also has to be aligned with what the WPI, the CPI, and also the IIP, what we call Index of Industrial Production. Currently what is happening, all these base year, for example, wholesale price index base year is 2011-12. Consumer price index is also 2012. IIP is also 2011-12. And also national income ka base year is also 2011-12. So अगर हम national income का base year change करेंगे, then we have to see whether these also need to be changed. Okay, so that is the meaning of aligning the GDP का base year. Clear now? So now what is the news here? ये जो 26 member का panel जो बनेगा, इसमें we have very eminent persons also. Like for example, it includes former DG of CSO, now what we call the NSO also. Then we have a famous persons like 𝗕𝗘𝗦𝗧, okay, मौसमी दास, and also ये जो नया कमिटी है जो प्रपोज करेंगे बेस ईयर, वी हैव representatives from RBI, from नीति आयोग, from agricultural ministry, and from GST network, etc. So this 26 member panel is a very important panel क्योंकि ये अभी suggest करेंगे which is the new base year for estimating our national income. Now as of the current news, very recently, November 2024, towards the end of 2024, there was a news that government is thinking of the new base year as 2022-23. As I told you, earlier base year was 2011-12. Now government is thinking of shifting from 11-12 to 2022-23. That is for the estimation of India ka GDP. So this also another little piece of information for exam preparation. Okay, now based on this I gave one MCQ. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has notified an advisory panel in 2024 for the revision of base year of national income. Yes or no? Statement 1, you decide, give the answer. It's a 26 member panel. The panel has representatives from RBI, Niti Aayog, and also DPIIT. It is headed by Professor विश्वनाथ गोलदार. ऐसा आपको prelims में एक MCQ का possibility भी हो सकता है. So along with this topic, therefore I gave you the MCQ just for your practice. So keep in mind, when new base year comes, it becomes important for exam preparation because for estimating the real GDP, yeah, GDP at constant price, we make use of the concept of what we call base year price. Okay, so keep following our video, and if you need any information, you can contact 8638391721. Thank you. Keep studying till we meet in the next video.